The world's favorite Bond villain, Klaus Schwab, calls for global government to master AI technologies. Boy, oh boy, this guy just doesn't quit. You got to give it to him. The guy is, uh, you know, is older than I think Abraham was when he passed away. I mean, he's going. This guy is just on it, and he is all about world government. And wouldn't you know, he's at something called the World Government Summit right now, speaking, or just was. I mean, they are just out in the open with this, right? We're gonna master and control everyone. Who masters those technologies in some way will master the world. And he's speaking about AI and microchips. You can watch these articles. I believe this is the quote or the tweet I had actually seen a day or so ago. Yeah, yesterday. And so this is just fascinating, talking about microchips and him saying, my deep concern is that we won't be able to control people. Klaus, who in the F gave you the permission to control everyone? I'm I'm just so beside myself that you think that you need to control everyone and you need to control all the governments and you're doing all these things out of some altruistic, I'm so benign, I'm so benevolent and amazing, and I know what's best for all people. Who in the world are you, and who gave you that power? Are you God? These are the people that, again, that World Economic Forum, they had Yuval Harari, one of his right-hand men, saying, we don't need to think of God as above the clouds anymore. We need to think of God as in the cloud, Microsoft Cloud, and Google Cloud, and Amazon Cloud, stuff like that, Amazon Web Services, like that type of thing, right? So, you these guys are just out in the open about this. And if you want to own nothing and be happy by 2030, if you want to be carbon neutral, which is a complete sham in and of itself, because none of these guys even do it themselves, right? So if they believed it, they would do it. And if you want them to control every aspect of your life, cradle to grave, you're born, and that you're just born into this rationed healthcare system where that you get what they have left, food, you're eating bio meat, and you're eating bugs. If you want that, sure, choose the CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and their slavery coin, all the government coins. Choose that. Nigeria is not doing it. They're Naira. No one's even taking it. They have like half of 1% of adoption. Most people are going to Bitcoin because we know Bitcoin is freedom. Bitcoin is freedom money. Bitcoin is the escape hatch, as Christine Lagarde warned about. If there is an escape hatch, people will choose it. Well, why would they, Christine? Why would they? If your system's so great, why would we need an escape hatch? And riddle me that. Why? I should love what you're doing. I should love you implanting me and shipping me and tracking me wherever I go and shutting off my electric car whenever you don't want me to go somewhere and get on a flight somewhere, social credit system, carbon footprints, and why? If it's so great, we should all be sprinting and running towards that, shouldn't we? Why is it you have to force it and ram it down our throats, just like globalists have done everywhere else? Obamacare. Well, if it's so great and it's so amazing, why was everyone running for it? Why do you have to do it in a cloture vote in the middle of the night, right before Christmas? Just like the omnibus bill we just did. 12 years ago, they're shoving. That's what started Occupy Wall Street. The bailouts, Occupy Wall Street, and the Tea Party. Millions and millions of people protesting here in America because you're just jamming globalist policies down our throat. Green initiatives and all this garbage. Al Gore, I thought the world was supposed to blow up 15 years ago. Bill Gates can't even figure out, and Klaus Schwab can't figure out when to send your kids to school or not, but we're going to trust them to shoot pixie dust into the air to blot the sun out. And we're going to trust them on their 100-year climate models, yet they can't even figure out if your kids should go to school this year or not. We just showed the video the other day about Mr. Tollbooth himself, Bill Gates, saying, oh, well, yeah, I guess we should have got the kids back to school sooner. Who could have seen that coming? I don't know, the tens of millions of parents who are literally censored from the internet and screaming at you to get the hell out of our way. Maybe those people. Literally maybe those people. Maybe the people that have the best intentions for their children, not you, Bill. Because Klaus and Bill, newsflash everyone, they don't have the best intentions for you. They want control. It's the only reason. I mean, look at this guy. He looks like he's in a burger brow. This is unbelievable. You have to read their books. You have to read their books. This is in their own words. You can't even make this stuff up. It's like, it used to be people made these things up back in the day, and now it's just like it's out there in the open. You had to really kind of put all these things together and put the whole puzzle together and then come out people like, oh, it's conspiracy theory. And it was it's hard to kind of put together a lot of things, the JFK stuff, decades ago and all these different things. It's like now we just out in the open. There's like, yep, the FBI was in on it. Yep, what are you going to do? In the Twitter files. Oh, sorry guys. And then no one bats an eye. Brent Circus. This Super Bowl's on, though. Anyone see the Super Bowl? You got your team ready? Fantasy team? Absolute clown world. Absolute clown world. And here we are. Microchips. So just check this out. I can't even look at this guy. This is just mind blowing. But these are the biggest threat to our time, in my opinion. The wealth gap and what these people are doing. CBDCs, the biggest threat. We have a bunch of videos, and again, please go back and watch all the videos we have on CBDCs. So it is the freedom issue. It is the civil rights issue of our time. Is CBDCs, health passports, and everything. That is the civil rights issue of our time, hands down. There's nothing else. There's literally nothing else. Everything else stems from there. Life. Are we going to protect life and revere life in liberty and that pursuit of happiness and having the freedom to do what you want to do, or are we not? We are back in the Revolutionary War days of the America. We are back in that world. People like this want to take that from you. So what is it we're going to do? What are we going to choose to do? I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your time and energy. It's the most important asset we have. Like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is time and time is Bitcoin. Bitcoin removes these powers from these people. The currency spigots that these people all sit around and hobnob around, they can't spray the currency into existence and give it to themselves first and get the benefit of it. When you have a Bitcoin standard, a deflationary monetary standard that is out of the control of central bankers, this is why they're so scared of it, and they're trying to dissuade people to do it. They can't ban it. You can't ban Bitcoin. Bitcoin only bans you. So you can't ban it. Other means other people are going to win. Other people are going to get it, and then they're going to get the benefits of it. So you can't ban it, but it takes control from them. So they're in a rock and hard place. They're in a conundrum. That's why I see the European Union really struggling. One day it's like, oh, we're banning it. Banks can't have it. The next day they're like, oh, well, it is working. So stand true. Stand tall. Get independent. Get resilient. Bitcoin, gold, silver, food, energy, water, security, firearms, and build community at the end of the day. That's what we're doing here. I appreciate you so much. Please share this video with someone you think might need to see this, who is completely asleep at the wheel and has no idea these people are running the governments. And the central bankers and these guys are the ones running the governments. They are the puppet masters at the top, running the Trudeaus and the Bidens and the Kamala Harrises and all these the Macrons. They're running all these goons below. So please, please, please go send this to someone you think might understand this. This is the only way these things are going to get out is, believe me, the algorithm's not going to help us at all. The algorithm is not going to help push out truth. It's built against this because these people are running it. So please share it far and wide. I appreciate you. And this is not financial advice, it's freedom advice. And again, I also, as my lovely wife makes me say, I appreciate you coming to my TED Talk, and I'll see you on the next one.